Have you seen the Adin Ross stuff?
Oh, he's a birther on you?
So first he did the Trump interview. Did you see that?
Yes.
It was fucking awesome.
Yes.
And before the Trump interview, I was like, bro, Adin, like, I don't think you understand. You think like Twitter is bad. Like you think cancel culture is bad. Like mainstream media is going to be up your ass for if you do this interview. And he didn't understand it. And he thought I was being jealous of him. Then when he was doing the fucking Trump interview, he gifted him a presidential role. And I was like, that's an FEC violation. Like you can't just like gift a person running for office, like a gift that is significantly more expensive than $3,300, the max individual contribution. And he thought I was responsible for the FEC coming after him.
Said you snitched, and it's like, no, I'm pretty sure they would have found out about that. That and the fact that you gave him a car. I think it's the car thing was even funnier to me because it's like, all right, Donald Trump, here's your favorite thing, a reminder of your own morality. Here, drive around with the scariest moment of your life that you don't even, Donald Trump doesn't even like talking about it. He is not even bringing it up anymore. He brings it up. He brings it up with Elon. He brought it up. He likes talking about it, but he only likes talking about it like it's like a heavenly, like it's like heaven's mandate that saved his life. He just doesn't sound, I think it freaked him out.
And I agree with that. Yeah.
Like the way he talks about it, but the vast majority of people talking about it are Republicans who are doing very 2016 style posting.
Yeah.
Of like, hey, y'all, the mainstream media is trying to make us forget that someone tried to unalive Trump.
But apparently Adin still got smoke for me.
I think you're right.
Chad, look at this fucking weirdo, bro.
It's important for the public.
Ain't nobody care about that fail this.
Look at
Hasan, I don't even know how you're American, bro. Literally go back to your country. Holy fuck. It's actually bad, Chad.
I think it's
go
cute.
back to New Jersey.
No, I think it's cute that he's like he's like slowly but surely, like he was the type of dude, because I've known him for years, right? And there was a point like before Andrew Tate where he was just like genuinely the type of guy who's like too stupid to like be Republican.
Yeah, we saw that clip of him reading about Hitler. Does not know who that is.
And for the record, like a lot of Republicans are very stupid. A lot of Democrats are very stupid too. But like I know I always say like conservatives are so dumb, they're hogs, whatever, right? There is a level beyond that stupidity where you're just like truly too dumb to like have any kind of like ideological interest in either party.
Yeah.
And I think he's like learned what politics is from like the most insane, like extremely online groyper losers in his community. So he just like repeated them over and over again and has basically now arrived at like, go back to your own country.
Yeah. He just like, it's so weird to see him learn it too, because it's like he doesn't know enough to know like actual like racial stereotypes. It's like if there were a racist children's book, that would really help him. If someone could write like a Richard Scarry type book about racial stereotypes, that would be enormously useful to this man.
With like not too much reading though. Like
no,
with you need mostly pictures.
You need all the classic Richard Scarry characters, like the worm who drives the Apple car, but he is virulently racist.
How the fuck? Like this guy hates America and lives in America.
I think if you're an independent,
it makes no sense.
You definitely would not
go back to the country you were born in, Hasan.
Her behavior has been far less.
Born in America. Like, look, his community is so insane. They fucking hate him too. I never understand that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it would be fun. Every comment on our podcast was like, go back to Israel. That seems fun. I don't know.
We're seeing just an overnight propaganda attempt to rewrite history.
Ari Melber is talking about trailing Harris. Trump targets bros, pods, and streamers. This is like it's weird seeing XQC and Adin Ross on MSNBC.
It is it feels wrong.
Yeah.
It feels like dreamlike.
It's kind of awesome. I'm not gonna lie. That's like,
I think it's funny to meet anyone, and wear a shirt with like their face on it like that. I think that's hilarious.
Well, he's Canadian. Yeah, I don't like it. I feel like it draws too much unwanted attention to these platforms. It's good. Just don't pay attention to it. It's fine.
Well, our like regular cable news watcher is going to find out about Kick. Like, oh no, what if my mom learns about Mr. Bass?
Mr. Bass.
That session, though, drew over 500,000 viewers already. Trump's visit with Logan Paul, the streamer I showed you a moment ago, already has over 6 million views and counting. These tactics are a part of this election.
Yeah, I think this stuff is kind of dumb. Like, people ask me all the time whenever I do interviews in the media, people will be like, oh, like, what do you think? Like, do you think this is like a successful method? I'm like, no, I don't think people understand that, like, it's probably more successful that there's an endless sequence of like right-wing commentary happening on like the No Jumper, Shade Room, like T accounts, all these communities that are like weirdly right-wing on a lot of like male-female gender dynamics, like endless gender wars and stuff. Like I think that is probably more significant in terms of like breaking the brains of people. It's like a than like one individual podcast appearance.
Yeah, I think again, we talked about like how Trump 2024 is very Hillary 2016. This strategy is very Hillary 2016-esque. Oh, who has the most views? I'll go on there.
Well, then they would be coming here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Trump, my line is open.
There's no view botting here, of course.
Yeah.
Like it strikes me as like a lot of fervor over something that will not produce a lot of, if any, vote. I think there are like young people who lean Trump, obviously, but I don't think that like won anyone over. You know what I mean?
They literally made use video content through Andrew Tate to praise you. No, I know. I'm saying that's like way more significant, I think, in terms of like brain breaking younger generations than like a one-off appearance that Trump has. But even then, it doesn't fucking matter ultimately.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You cannot fucking go against
old media.
An onslaught of mainstream media. Like the only reason why Trump was able to is because Fox is right wing and it's the most popular news broadcaster in the fucking country. It's a part of mainstream media. There's no world in which you could just like, even with Fox, Trump is still like kind of underwater in the polls because people have already made up their fucking minds. There's no better way to like not be able to win than being president for 4 years and then losing to a fucking cadaver.
Yeah.
And then running a rerun of that campaign again.
The worst thing that could have happened to Trump was for him to become a known quantity. That removes any ability among, most independent voters to see him as more moderate or to see him as an outsider who can meaningfully change things if you already know what you get from a Trump presidency. Beyond that, to the earlier point about like the Trump internet strategy, the thing about the internet, and like certainly people do change their minds and they do fall down rabbit holes of stuff and can get involved in very weird or maybe not so weird, but otherwise heavily politicized communities online, right? But I think for the most part, the internet and internet media, its power is not in convincing people, but in, just multiplying the voices of people who already are ideologically aligned.
Oh man, it's just wild.
2012.
Major alert. Kamal Aroush, real name, has been exposed. It's all coming out through the storm.
No community note.
Yeah.
No community note.
How do you get to this level of insanity? Like, I just don't understand it.
For like kind of a kooky person like Roseanne or a lot of these people who are into on, it's exactly that it's a collaborative fiction project. And you have the regular thing of like crazy outlandish shit where you get to feel like you're in on something. You have some secret arcane knowledge that no one else has, which is always exciting. But for QAnon especially, it's so, you are really, really like going deep in, finding hand symbols, and this guy put his hand in his pocket in this angle. That means he's been killed by the Marines at Gitmo for treason. It seems really exciting, but like
it's a fun little hobby.
Yeah,
but that's why I always say like invest in like fucking, I don't know, getting really into like D&D or something. Like I feel like it's because like as long as it's not like real, there's something that like removes it from your immediate reality. Like these people go from like this being a hobby to like, I think, giving themselves schizophrenia.
Well, yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem with it, is that they like it's too real to them. And if this stuff is too real to you, you will like it is a question of when, not if, when you see like I don't know, the Amazon guy, you'll be like, oh my God, that is a version of Joe Biden. They cloned him and he was born as a woman. He was assigned
back when many politicians
and they triple transitioned him all the way over and turned him into an Amazon driver. And he's going to shoot me because I revealed that Donny Osmond's soul is trapped in a crystal and we have to free him. And that's when it becomes a problem.